cover a lot of ground on this channel, from building our house to building this big container shop. We do our own concrete work. We have a huge porch project that we're fixing to try to tackle, but we never really lose sight on what our end game is. And on our end game is we want this whole homestead to be self-sufficient.
Even though we're constantly working, we take every opportunity that we can to have a little fun.
I go straight from the bank, gassing up the tank, cranking up the radio, playing old Hank. It ain't that long till I'm back at the pond. I'm pulling up the truck down at the dock. It's time to do some cruising, baby, get a little stuck. It's a Saturday joyride, Percy Feast is the spot to take the blues away. We're on a boat, we're feeling fine, drinking Tennessee whiskey, a big blue sky. We're going up, we're coming down. There's a party on the water, it's a hell of a time. We're on a boat, we're killing time in our own honky tonk with a bottle of wine. We're going up, we're coming down. Cheers to feeling alright, it's a hell of a time. A hell of a time. Yeah, we're chilling out here, ladies in the rear, our feet in the water, our top disappears, drinking Malibu Patron or a beer in a cup. We all get to dance and I get to chancing, kissing that country girl, romancing, a whole lot of love, bumping out of the bar. Yeah, we're on a boat, we're feeling fine, drinking Tennessee whiskey, a big blue sky. We're going up, we're coming down. Here's the feeling alright, it's a hell of a time. We're on a boat, we're killing time in our own honky tonk, meet the big blue sky. We live it up, we got it down. Here's the feeling alright, it's a hell of a time. And I'm falling for a small town girl, so kiss me, darling, rock my world, rock my world, rock my world. Yeah, now it's a hell. We're on a boat, we're feeling fine, drinking Tennessee whiskey, a big blue sky. We're going up, we're coming down. There's a party on the water, it's a hell of a time. We're on a boat, we're killing time in our own honky tonk with a bottle of wine. We're going up, we're coming down. Cheers to feeling alright, it's a hell of a time. A hell of a time. It's a hell of a time. Oh, hell of a time.
Since we're still building on our shop, when we want to tackle any type of products, we have to bring the power with us. Ladley has been around our home build for her entire life, y'all. She has grown up carrying around her own little toolbox everywhere that we go, ready for the next project. With the wind destroying her playset, we saved what wood that we could, and we have been brainstorming ideas of what we could build. Ladley had the great idea to build a birdhouse. Thanks to the Segway Cube 2000, we can work together right here where our future shop will be sitting. Powered by safety and reliability, Segway's battery management system has 10 protective mechanisms such as overcurrent protection and overvoltage. Plus, having a magnesium alloy exterior, the IP56 battery pack can withstand wet and rainy environments, still providing reliable performance. With a 10-year lifespan and 4,000 charge and discharge cycles, Ladley will be able to create memories like this for a very long time, rain or shine. Ladley was so excited to show me her masterpiece that she ran in the house with sawdust covering her birdhouse. But luckily we have the Tyneco Pure One Station fur-free for daily messes just like this one. Although the name states fur-free, it is much more than that. This 4-in-1 Omni Hub automatically detects the condition of the vacuum once it's returned. It self-cleans, recharges, and stores away neatly, making messes like these quick and easy to clean up. Plus, it's cost-effective and eco-friendly, only needing to be emptied every 60 days. This fur-free kit can easily groom and remove shedding pet hair without harming your fur babies. With the special design Zero Tangle brush, tackling hair messes around the house is much easier than before. And one more thing about the Segway, it actually can increase the power capacity up to 5 kilowatt hours by stacking battery packs, which can tailor your power needs in any versatile situation. For Father's Day, win a Tyneco and Segway product. Follow both Instagram accounts to enter in the giveaway for your very own Tyneco Floor One Stretch S6 and Segway Cube 1000. Head down to the description box to find the link to these two products and the link for the giveaway.
Well, y'all, it is official. We are officially goat farmers.
Goat Farm and Ranch right here at CCL.
CCL kids. We are currently owners of 7 goats. I think 3 look like they might have some babies coming. Fingers crossed on 3 of them. At least one of them is. But as y'all know, we don't really have a barn. So why have 7 goats? I don't know, honey. Why have 7 goats?
Sometimes these impulses just get the better of us. We started out with a couple little pet goats. Now we have expanded to a
Herd, I guess is what 7 of them would be called.
Now the place that we have for these goats is a 10 by 10 little metal enclosure with a top on it. You know, the wire sides, like you can get it, I don't know, Tractor Supply, one of those type places.
Like good for like 3 little pygmy goats, maybe not 7
or a
4.
puppy.
Exactly, maybe more like a puppy. So that just means obviously we don't have the best situation right now for them, but
It's working out like right this second because my mom and dad wanted to borrow our live weed eaters to trim down their garden area a little bit. So that's where we have the goats. The goats are stationed in the tomato, eggplant, squash area right now, and they are working on it. They're getting it cleaned up for them. But in the meantime, we have to get a little bit better situation for them. It's drying out pretty good now, and we learned a lot by really paying attention to the land about where we wanted to pen at. So that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be putting a temporary pen and a shelter for them to get out of the weather, out of the rain, up off the ground, all those kind of things, while we're getting the barn area.
so eventually we'll be able to stand right here in this spot, and right behind us will be our barn. That is going to be strictly for the animals. Eventually we're going to end up having a lot more than just goats here on the little CCL Homestead, so we want to have a big enough barn, and we need to build it up and definitely have a pad, which means that we need to have dirt hauled in and just start one more build.
E-I, E-I, and O. Now this is a pasture area that is directly behind our home, and if you recognize this type of grass, and I know a lot of you will, this is the type of grass that grows in a low-lying, moist area in South Louisiana. So what that means is it stays wet here longer than it does anywhere else on the whole property.
Yeah, so let's put a barn there, right?
Why? Why do we do these things? But it's geographically, it's where we want it. It's not the most ideal because we're going to have to haul tons of tons, lots of dirt in here to build this area up. But it's going to be worth it in the long run because the barn is going to be where we want it. When we walk out of the house, we're going to see our little old E-I-E-I-O structure out there. And it just makes sense for us to have it here. It's kind of tucked back out of the way. Still in the pasture, we'll be able to enclose a big enough area with fencing, however big we need it.
So that spot is way back here behind the house, like Jim said, in this far corner. But where we're going to be building that temporary pen is not actually going to be right there because we don't want to be fighting, trying to move the goats whenever we want to haul the dirt in. They don't need any mud. I assure you, we got plenty of that around here. So we need to find a good grassy area to put these goats. So y'all can see this lane that we have cut right now, and that's going to be where we're going to be temporarily putting the fence up for the goats. Now, we are definitely not hurting on T-post and fencing, and we're going to show you all why we are not hurting on any of that. Jim went ahead and cut that way we're not trying to wade in all that thick grass, and we did leave all the grass in the middle though. That way that gives the goats something to eat. They can play in it, you know, do all the goat things. But this is going to be a great temporary setup that eventually, if we want to move it, they eat all this grass and we want to shift it over to the other side, we're going to easily be able to do that until we can get this barn complete.
This couldn't have worked out any better on timing, because my brother, the dirt doctor, is doing some work over there on his farm, and he's taking down a bunch of fencing that he's going to be, I don't know what you call it. Anyway, he's going to be doing some dirt work through there and leveling some spots and building some new fence and just changing how he's got things structured. We needed some fencing. We got some used fencing for free $99.
It's our favorite. And honestly, repurposing something is a big thing that we like to do. As you all know, what's a hoot is practically something that you can repurpose for a different use. So not only are we going to be able to get all this fence from over there and add it to what we already have in our stock, but we also found a little gem that's going to work perfect for the goats.
Now, she's not talking about me there. She's talking about like a GEM. Diamond in the rough.
You are a little diamond in the rough. You're my diamond in the rough. Now this is the gym I was talking about.
So this wooden box that you're seeing out there, AKA the gym, several years ago, my dad and my brother built this box to put on a lowboy trailer. They would go buy their feed in bulk a lot of times, and that's what they would get it in. But since then, they've gone into getting grinder mixers and making their own feed, and the box just wasn't really going to work for nothing anymore. But a goat house,
It's going to be perfect.
yeah, it don't have to be tall. You know, goats are only like that tall.
Exactly, and it's already got the latches on the side, so whenever it's time to pull it around and move it to its new location, all you got to do is run a chain through those little suckers.
Yeah, we're just going to have to add maybe some blocks for skids, you know, like cut some way like this so we can drag it around a little bit. It's got to have a roof on it.
And it really just needs a lot of TLC. She just needs some love. She needs a little facelift, if you will. I think it needs actually probably a rather big facelift, but hey,
It's
the
going to
bones, the bones of this structure are good, y'all.
So we thought it would be really cool to take this project and be like, have you ever seen those shows on TV where they pull up in these people's houses, you know, they need some love, they're run down, these big crews come in, they redo these homes, and they're, I don't know, what is the name of that show?
I can't remember.
They're like,
Something,
I don't know.
Something makeover. I think it's HGTV.
Who knows?
TLC, one of the two.
Just for an example, they'll be like, hey, Jimbo, move that truck. I'm be like, hey, Lydia, move that buggy.
Move that buggy. Move that buggy. And then it's going to show it and it's going to be like, no, I'm kidding. It's going to be better than that. We got a really good idea for this thing. Goats aren't going to care what it looks like, but we do. So This is big. Your turn.
Well, in my absence, I'll be surely missing you. I've been working every day, and I sure hope your love is too. And if it gave you cause to doubt me, hope you always think about me. And if you think I will find another, it ain't true. Keep the home fire burning while I'm gone. I'll be back to fan the flame, it won't be long. Just a while and then I'm back where I belong. Keep the home fire burning while I'm gone.
So as far as this temporary fence goes, we're just going to put one of these big 6-inch wooden posts on each corner, and that's going to work for our supports for the corner. We're just going to try to keep goats in. We're not going to release buffalo in there, so no need to overkill it. I think these posts is going to be more than adequate, especially if we bury them deep enough.
You seriously cannot go one day without it raining.
There's literally one cloud over the top of our heads about that big around.
It honestly kind of feels good though. It's just a
It
little
is
sprinkles.
nice. I can't lie. Give us a break from that heat. I guess we must have been getting too hot and didn't know it.
The one cloud, Jimmy. Everything else looks like a Microsoft lock screen behind us, except for this one cloud.
Even though we had all intentions to keep working through the rain and enjoy this cool break from the hot sun, these clouds just kept sticking together and it ended up showering most of all evening.
Typically, you get what you work for and not wish for, but this morning we got both. With the sun shining, we were able to start all this work on the fence.
You rock my world, baby. You rock my world like no one else. You make it spin and twirl, baby. You rattle my chain, baby. You rattle my chain. Yeah, you found the key to drive my poor heart insane. All right.
Y'all check out that hat. As if Lydia wasn't the cutest goat farmer already, that hat surely seals the deal.
I might even teach you how to hit ya. Baby, you rock my world. Baby, you rock my world. Yeah, you light up my life like no other girl. Baby, you are the one for me. Baby, you are the one for me. Yeah, clear as daylight for anyone to see. Yeah, baby.
You and I till the end, don't need to pretend. Again and again, we'll stick together. Everything is alright with you by my side. We won't say goodbye, we'll stick together.
Poisonous or not?
No. It's a little garter snake.
When it all just sucks, I'll be your Charlie Brown.
Even though this is just a little temporary fence that's going to be here for, in all actuality, just a few months, we still want to get it straight. It's got to look good. It's just in our blood.
Be the same without you. We have yet so many stupid things to do. You're the only thing I'm holding on to. Anywhere and anything, I'll be there. You and I till the end, don't need to pretend. Again and again, we'll stick together. Everything is alright with
And this, my friends, is just one of many reasons when Lydia says the grass needs cut, I mow the yard and don't argue. Look at that.
I can pick you up when you're heading down. When it all just sucks, I'll be your Charlie Brown. You can make me laugh when I wanna cry. In a world of men, we're all the opposite.
So in total, we've put in 30 T-posts.
And we put in 5 of these big wooden posts. Now I've eaten about, I don't know, probably a baker's dozen gnats. They weren't very good, by the way, and have fed 8,347 mosquitoes.
Yeah, I think I've fed at least 7,000.
But anyway, this area is ended up being a little over 120 by 60, so it should be more than adequate temporary pasture for these handful of goats that we got. Now I know we cover a lot of ground on this channel, from building our house to building this big container shop. We do our own concrete work. We have a huge porch project that we're fixing to try to tackle, but we never really lose sight on what our end game is. And on our end game is we want this whole homestead to be self-sufficient, self-reliant on electricity, on water. We really want to be in the position by the time we get done with this to where we don't even have to go to the grocery store. And these goats is going to be one cog in that wheel.
So even though we've made this look like it's not been a lot of work, we've been out here for probably 3.5, 4 hours working today in this heat. It is over 100 today. And y'all, honestly, projects like this are so great, but man, does it take it out of you.
It's better than cold and rain any day though.
So next we need to get this fence put up, and all that we're gonna have left is to do a little remodel to the goat house, and then everything should be set for now until we decide that we want to move it again.
Yep, we'll be ready for our new tenants in no time at all.
This gate even, look at this gate. Look, it's like,
Pretty solid.
look at this. Repurposed, reused, recycle.
It's going to be much better when we actually tighten up the hinges though.
Yeah.